the model for accelerated growth. So hopefully I'll write this clear enough. And as I fill this in on your worksheet, what I want you to do is kind of think about this in terms of a traffic light system, right? Traffic light system, you get green, which means you're good, you're going, you can accelerate through. Yellow means you need to slow down, maybe there's something missing there. And red meaning there's a problem, you're not doing anything with this, you need to stop, right? Or you're not doing anything with it. As I go through this, I want you to think about like where your greens are, where your yellows are, what are the things that you need to think about, and where your reds are, the opportunities that you can take advantage of, the opportunities you want to plug into. So when we think about accelerated growth in your marketing for your plumbing, HVAC, home service business, there's really three key drivers. Number one is we need to drive leads, right? Number one, we got to be plugged in and showing up where our customers are looking. We need to be getting our message out in front of our ideal customer. We have to drive leads, right? If we don't have leads, the phone's not going to ring. We're not going to get the outcomes. We're not going to get the book jobs. So that's one. But secondarily to that, and probably as important, but most plumbing, HVAC, home service companies don't spend as much time on, is we have to maximize conversion. Right? We got to make sure that those leads actually convert into book jobs. Those leads convert into sales appointments that turn into dispatch revenue, right? So we have to convert. We'll talk about some things we want to do to make sure we're maximizing our conversion. And then number three, we have to optimize results. Because over time, we can see, okay, well, what are we doing with our lead generation strategy that's working best? Maybe it's organic, maybe it's local service ads, maybe it's our display advertising, maybe it's something we're doing with branding. We can shift to optimize for what's working best. On the conversion side, what are we doing that's helping to convert those leads into book jobs at the highest level possible? We need to optimize our results. So these are the three key pillars. And there's three main accelerators for each. So when it comes to driving leads, first of all, we've got organic, right? So that's your SEO. It's showing up in the non-paid listings. It's kind of like an organic strategy, right? Especially online. Number one is organic. Like we want to be showing up in the places where our customers are looking. Number two is we've got paid, right? Paid, which is like Google ads, local service ads, banner ads, retargeting ads. It's paying to be in front of our ideal customers. And I'm going to unpack each of these in more depth, but I just want to start high level with you. Number three, when it comes to lead generation, in my mind, is your database. And I think most home service companies aren't focusing on their database in a way that they could, in a way that they should. You're generating leads with SEO. You're like running pay-per-click advertising. You're absolutely buying local service ads. Maybe you're doing Home Advisor as well. And you get these customers that you've done business with. You've got these prospects that have requested estimates, that have expressed interest in your services. But you're very rarely doing anything to turn those one-time customers into repeat buyers, to turn those unconverted leads into leads that convert. And so, as you think about the way you're driving leads today, what can you say is green, right? Maybe you take out your little highlighter in your Google Doc here, and you say, you know what? I feel like we've got paid down pretty good, right? We're spending $10,000 a month on local service ads and Google ads, and that's turning into book jobs, and it's working pretty well. I don't think we're doing quite as well on organic, right? We're not coming up when someone types in, my city plumber, my city drain cleaning, drain cleaning services near me. Like maybe there's an opportunity here, and this is different for everybody. So I want you to really think about this. And then maybe the red opportunity, as we think about the future and what plumbing, HVAC, home service companies should be thinking about for driving leads, I think database engagement, right? Leveraging email, SMS, customer communication to get back in front of our customers, right? To get back in front of those prospects that didn't convert. So that's the drive lead side of the equation. We're going to go deep on the different strategies to drive leads, but think about where the opportunity is for you in your home service business right now. When it comes to maximizing conversion, I really think there's three conversion elements, and there's more, but three main buckets of conversion. Number one is your website, right? The fact is your website's the hub, right? No matter what marketing you use to generate leads, whether it's SEO or pay-per-click or social media marketing or YouTube ads or billboard ads, everything is going to wind up on your website. They're going to wind up at your website and saying, like, is this company real? Are they the kind of company I want to do business with? Should I pick up the phone and call them? Should I click the buttons and log in on their site? Or should I go somewhere else? And so if your website isn't built to convert, it doesn't convey why somebody should do business with you versus somebody else, if it doesn't have a fast load speed, if it's not easy to access on mobile, right? Lots of things that can hurt you for your website. So we want to make sure our website is built to convert. So that's the first. The second is your reputation. So these are your online reviews. This is what people are saying about you on Facebook, what they're saying about you on Google Maps, what they're saying about you on Angie's List and Yelp.com, right? You could have great marketing. You could be driving lots and lots of leads. You can have an awesome website, but if you get bad reviews, lots of people saying you ripped them off, you didn't show up on time, you're a bad contractor, you broke their stuff, that's going to be a stop point, because today's consumer will find a contractor they want to work with. They'll get to their website and be like, okay, this seems pretty good. And then they'll look at their reviews, right? And so if you have no reviews, that's a problem. If you have bad reviews, also a problem. So we want to have a process where we're building positive reviews from our happy customers in our true service area on a consistent basis. And then the third is automation. Hard to read that, I know. Automation. And I think this is the future opportunity for home service companies. Like most of us, we got a website, we're really focused on Google reviews, right? We've got processes for that. But when I say automation, the technology now exists where when somebody requests an estimate, they should be able to book right on your website. They should be able to start a two-way conversation with you via their phone, via text message. You should be able to use automation to speed up your response time. So if somebody calls into your office and it goes to voicemail, right, you can use automation to text them back almost immediately. If somebody submits a web form on your website, they should get a call, a text message, and a follow-up email within the first 2 minutes, right? You can really improve your speed to lead. And then you can also put automations in place to remain top of mind with that customer, right? So if they haven't converted yet, or they hear from you a few times via email, via text message, maybe even via the phone, and it can be automated in a way that's going to drive better conversion for the leads that you're already generating. So again, on this one, I want you just to spend a couple of minutes, and this is where, hopefully this session becomes practical for you. Where's the opportunity, right? Maybe, this is the opportunity, right? You're not using automation. You don't have a text message going out right away. You don't have follow-up messaging to convert, those people. You don't have automation to take the one-time customer that just, called you out to do an HVAC repair and convert them into a maintenance customer that uses you again and again, that posts a positive review, that refers you to others, right? That can all be done with automation. And maybe this is the big opportunity as you think about the future of your marketing and what you can do to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. Maybe reputation is dialed in, right? You get great reviews. I feel really good. We get great reviews, we provide great experience, and we got a process where an email goes out after every service call, a text message goes out after every service call, taking them to Google or taking them to Angie's List or taking them to a place where they can write a review. But maybe as you think about your website, you think, I think our website's good, but we did it like 2 years ago and we haven't updated the messaging. We're not using multimedia. We don't have some of the touch points that are going to make the website convert. So maybe that's the yellow, right? Hopefully you guys are tracking along with me. Give me a yes in the comments if you're tracking along with me. And more importantly, hopefully you're applying this to your current situation. You're thinking, okay, driving leads, I need to focus on this. Converting the leads that we do get, I need to focus on that. Now, as it relates to optimizing conversion, we think about what do we do to optimize our results, to optimize the return on investment. I really think, first of all, when you think about total spend, so total spend, how much are we spending in our marketing? Can you really quickly, easily see that if you think about all the different places you market, website, SEO, pay-per-click, social media, maybe Yelp ads, maybe Angie's List, directory listings, maybe some display advertising, some YouTube ads and things like that. How much are you spending? And is it appropriate for growth? Right? We're thinking about how we're going to triple our sales by getting our internet marketing right. really we should be thinking, 10 to 15% of our revenue is reinvested in marketing, right? There's an old adage, 5% you need to reinvest just to kind of remain even, 15% to 20% for growth, right? And I find a lot of companies that are parked that aren't seeing the accelerated growth that they need to have compartmentalized their marketing. You're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to spend $5,000 a month in internet marketing, right? I get an internet marketing provider that I'm going to pay $5,000 a month to. And as they grow to $1 million, $3 million, $5 million, they want to keep that number fixed, right? And that's not how it works, right? If you want to continue to grow, you need to continuously be reinvesting. So as you think about optimizing results, a lot of times it's where can we spend more money? The companies we work with that have the best results aren't like how do we minimize our spend? It's how do we maximize our return on investment? Where could we be spending more to generate more leads, to generate more book jobs, to continue to keep our technicians busy, to continue to grow the business, right? So this might be a big opportunity, just kind of changing your paradigm in terms of how much you should be spending. Number two is your average cost per lead, right? We need to know, in order to optimize our return on investment, in order to optimize our marketing, what's our average cost per lead per source, right? How much are we spending on Google ads? What's our average cost per lead? Is that returning an investment for us? How much are we spending on local service ads? What's our average cost per lead there? How much are we booking? How much are we dispatching? You need to know, you need to have a dashboard where you can quickly see how much should I spend? Is that appropriate for the growth targets that I have? What's my average cost per lead? And then ultimately, what's our ROI, right? What's the return on investment? Am I getting a tangible, measurable return? Where am I getting the best return on investment so that I can double down, right? If local service ads is crushing it for me right now, could I be spending more? Yes, let's put more money right there, right? And so we want to be really knowing how much should we spend, what's our average cost per lead, and then what's the return on investment by source. And when we think about the future of marketing, I think this is a big opportunity right here. Figuring out how to connect your marketing data back to your dispatch system, back to ServiceTitan or House Call Pro or Service Fusion, or whatever platform you use, because the data will help you figure out where to double down to truly optimize your ROI. And so as you think about, optimizing results, where's the opportunity here, right? Maybe, yeah, we know how much to spend, but maybe it's like, are we spending enough, right? Is there enough budget to really hit those goals and targets? Maybe we need to increase that. As we think about, average cost per lead, we have a pretty decent idea maybe what that is, but we can't connect our spend to our return on investment. And so this maybe is the big opportunity, thinking about the future and how to triple your sales. So maybe it's over here, right? I think a lot of cases, you just need to spend a little bit more. So in your workbook, what I want you to do is just kind of thinking about driving leads, maximizing conversion, and optimizing results. I really want you to get clear on what the opportunity is for you right now to like over the next 12 months, legitimately see a tripling of your results. Give me one in comments if this is clear. Give me one in comments if you maybe found one or two areas that you could say, hey, I need to go here, right? I need to go focus on this. And we're going to unpack this further as we go. But I wanted to start there, high level. Like if you can get the way you're driving leads, the way you're converting those leads into sales, and you can figure out how you're going to optimize your results, the world is your oyster in terms of the growth of your home service business.